I will be much grateful if you watch this video all the way to the end. And the reason why I'm saying this is that I am going to, reveal to you a secret, and the reason why we are all sick. You are sick, I am sick, everybody is sick. I am going to tell you that there is only one disease in the world. There is no two diseases in the world. There is only one disease. This is not the first time I am saying this. This is not the first time I am making this statement. Those of you who have been following me for a while, you will attest to this fact. There is only one disease in this world. And they don't want you to know the secret. That is why they don't want you to get well. Because the moment you know that secret, nobody will get sick. And there will not be hospitals. Because they benefit from building hospitals. Do you know why government of the world, I mean people who are leading the various countries as presidents and top officials, do you know why they are not, they are more concentrating, or they are much interested in building hospitals instead of giving you the good health, instead of giving you, the prevention aspect of the whole thing? Because they say prevention is better than cure. So if you have the people at heart, if you have a very good intention for the people, I strongly believe that as a government, your concentration shouldn't be building hospitals. Your concentration should be how the people are going to always get healthy, get well, and not fall sick. That is where you must tackle as government. But they have made it in such a way that you, the normal citizen, you, the ordinary citizen, your mind will not go to that tangent. So your mind will always be, government building hospital, and it has even gotten to the extent that the people are so conscientized, so brainwashed, to the extent that if a government come to power and that government is not able to build hospitals, the people normally will vote against the government and throw the government out of power, because he or she did not build any hospital in the country. So the people are not concentrating, but it should rather be other way around. Any government who is concentrating on building hospitals should rather be voted out. Because what you are trying to tell us is that you don't care about our health. You rather care about our treatment. Because the more we go for treatment, we spend money. Because those hospitals these governments are going to build are not for free. So we will have to spend money in order to, receive treatment from those hospitals they built. I hope you understand. Therefore, the people should rather frown upon government who are concentrating on building hospitals, because what those people are telling us, these top officials are telling us, is that they don't care about our well-being. They want us to fall sick so that we will patronize those hospitals. So anytime people like us will come out and say that let us all wake up and then heal ourselves, let us all wake up and prevent ourselves from falling sick, our people, or people like us, will become target. But God is in control. Now, let me come back to my topic. There is only one disease in this world. And if you find time and watch this video to the end, you will understand why I said there is only one disease in the world. And are you ready? Do you want to know that disease? It doesn't matter the name of the disease. I know you are saying, "No, doctor, what are you talking about? We have cancer, we have stroke, we have diabetes, we have blood pressure, we have high cholesterol, we have asthma, we have pneumonia, we have blindness, we have erectile dysfunction, we have premature ejaculation, we have low sperm count, we have ovarian cyst, we have fibroid, we have hernia. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So you mean all these diseases are not diseases, but there is only one? Yes, your answer is yes. I still stand where I am standing. There is only one disease in this world. Do you want to know that disease? Well, before I tell you the name, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and if it is your first time, subscribe and then become part of the family, because there are more to come. Now, there is only one disease, and the disease is no other than either mucus or glucose. You are confused, eh? Mucus is the reason why we are all sick. There is only one disease, and that disease is called mucus. M-U-C-U-S, mucus, or you can say mucus. That is the only disease we have. So you see, fighting diseases is not quite difficult. You understand? Yes, that is why some of us, when a sick person is brought to us, within short time, we are able to, give the person a proper medical care, and the person will get healed, because we know the secret. We know the antidote. There is only one disease. So how can you find it difficult to tackle just one disease instead of those many diseases? And the reason why, these diseases are given names is because wherever the mucus is going to start tackling and destroying, that will give it name. So, for example, if the mucus is building in your retina, we call it what? Either glaucoma or cataract or any name, or blindness. If the mucus is building in your brain, we call it brain tumor. If the mucus is building in your lungs, we call it lung disease, pneumonia or asthma. If the mucus is building in your liver, we call it either fatty liver or hepatitis B, C, A. If the mucus is building in your intestine, we sometimes call it gastritis or peptic ulcer. I will explain, so don't worry, don't rush. Today I have time for you. All I want you to do is to just take your time and watch it. This video is quite, controversial, but I will try my possible best to bring you to my understanding, to your understanding. If the mucus is building in your in your joint, we call it arthritis. So wherever the mucus is building, that determines the name of the disease. But in general, the disease is just one. The disease is just one. Now, I know you are going to ask me, so doctor, why do we diagnose people of virus? The virus doesn't come from anywhere. Virus don't have, legs to walk and come into your body. No. Viruses are within yourself. So if you allow yourself to be flooded, if you allow your body to be flooded with mucus, that is where these viruses, these microbes, these bacteria, these what have you, will begin to manifest themselves. As I'm sitting here, I have other living organisms in my body. The bacteria, the viruses, whatever, they are here. So it is up to me to activate them. I will only activate them when I'm eating junk, when I'm eating more carbohydrate, when I'm eating, carelessly. The moment you begin to eat carelessly, that is where you activate those, living organisms. And they will name it as virus, they will name it as bacteria, just to confuse you. Let me give you a typical example. If you go to the market and let's say buy, what do you call it? Let's say buy a garden eggs, eggplant, buy eggplant, bring it home. Get some container, wash the eggplant very well. In fact, wrap the eggplant with what? With a plastic, and then put it in a tight container and close it. Having closed it, go and put it under your bed, or go and put it on top of your wardrobe, or go and put it on top of a table, a dining table, in a very clean environment. Leave that garden eggs inside the container for, let's say, 3 days, or for, let's say, 4 days. After 4, 5 to 6 days, just come back, open up the container, take out the garden eggs or the eggplant, unwrap it and open it up. What are you going to see? You are going to realize that the garden eggs is decomposing, and you will see a lot of organism, living organism. Here in Ghana we call it gogome. You are going to see worms. Worms. You are going to see worms eating up the what? The garden eggs, eating up the what? The eggplant. So you ask yourself, where on this earth these worms got into the garden eggs? I'm asking you, where did they come from? Because you wrapped everything, you put them in a container, you tied it, you put them in a very clean area. So how on earth were they able to get into the garden eggs? You ask yourself. The truth of the matter is that the garden eggs, the worms, are all, or were all in the what? In the garden eggs already. That is how it is naturally made. So at the end of the day, the reason why before you put the garden eggs in that situation, you did not see the worm is because the garden eggs is having fresh air, having fresh oxygen, and so on and so forth. So those living organisms, are not active. They will not be active until you cut them and then put them on fire and then cook it and eat it. But the moment you deprive that garden eggs of oxygen and other, this thing, automatically those living organisms will begin to manifest, will begin to activate themselves, and they will start eating up the garden eggs. You can do the same experiment to meat, a flesh of meat. When you slaughter a cow today, you cut some part of the flesh of the cow, okay? Just wrap it up, put it in a tight container, close it up, go and put it somewhere. Within 3 days, when you come back, you see that the flesh of that meat, that flesh of the cow will be what? Will be bamboozing with what? With worms, and they will be eating it. Where did those worms come from? You ask yourself. The truth of the matter is that those living organisms, those worms, were already in the meat. The same thing applies to you talking. So as you are watching me, sitting here watching me, you have a lot of living organisms within your body. So you need proper oxygen in order to deactivate those organisms, those are living organisms, so that they don't harm you. The moment you deprive yourself from oxygen, and you can only deprive yourself from oxygen when you eat too much carbohydrate, when you bamboozle yourself with too much mucus, because the mucus is gotten from high intake of carbohydrate, if you care to know. You understand? The mucus is gotten from high intake of what? Carbohydrate. So the moment there are so many carbohydrates in your system, you deprive certain aspects, certain department of your body of what? Of oxygen. And the moment there is lack of oxygen, these organisms are going to what? Activate themselves, and they will begin to eat that particular organ. So you will be taken to the lab, and then they will diagnose you of so and so virus, so and so bacteria infection, viral infection, what have you. They are all caused by what? Mucus. So you understand why I'm saying there is only one disease in the world? Because when there are mucus in your system, your body, your body organ, your internal organs are all going to be deprived of what? Of oxygen, because the mucus will not allow them to receive oxygen, will not allow them to receive proper blood flow. So these organisms are going to activate themselves and start eating that particular organ. So if the organs are eating your what? Your liver, we call it hepatitis B or ascites. That is why people who are suffering from hepatitis B, you always see them, having those things, fatty liver and so on and so forth. In the past, because they want us to, they want to sway our minds from the fact that, eating too much carbohydrate can cause fatty liver. They centered everything onto those who take alcohol. Yes, when you keep on taking alcohol intake will expedite the fatty liver. In fact, if let's say you put two people down, one is eating too much carbohydrate and the other one too is eating or is drinking alcohol, the one drinking alcohol is going to damage the liver way faster than the one eating the carbohydrate. So if the carbohydrate man, the one eating the carbohydrate will take let's say 10 years for that person to finish destroying the liver, it will take just 1 year for the alcohol, taker to destroy the liver. So they made us to forget about the fact that carbohydrate too can cause fatty liver. They only centered everything on alcohol. So they said alcohol induced fatty liver. So that if you don't drink alcohol, you forget, because they realize that about few people take alcohol. Majority of the people are not alcoholic. So they will just, alcohol induced fatty liver. Meanwhile, as I'm speaking to you now, people are not taking alcohol. There are some religion, like Islamic religion, they don't take alcohol. Islamic religion don't condone alcohol. But I can tell you on authority that a lot of Muslims across the world are being diagnosed of fatty liver. Meanwhile, these people are dedicated Muslims. These people are dedicated, Islam, followers. They are following the Islamic practice, step by step, everything. But at the end of the day, they are suffering from alcohol. They are suffering from fatty liver. So you ask yourself, were they drinking alcohol? The answer is no. So why are they suffering from fatty liver? They are suffering from fatty liver because they have been eating too much carbohydrate, and these carbohydrates will just change into mucus. Simple sita. Simple. I hope you understand. Simple. So forget that there are so many diseases, viral infection, herpes, whatever. They are all viruses. But the truth of the matter is that those viruses are found within you. You can only activate those viruses and they will start eating you when you deprive your body of oxygen. How do you deprive your body of oxygen? You can only deprive your body of oxygen through intake of too much carbohydrate. In the morning, some people have already eaten bread and tea and bread, full with sugar and thin milk. Milk is good, but the thin one is bad, or the processed milk is bad. But raw milk is good, perfect. Raw milk gotten from grass-fed cow, perfect. But I'm talking about thin milk, evaporated milk, very dangerous, substance. You understand. In the afternoon, they will eat rice. Some will eat yam. Some will eat fufu. I'm talking about here in Ghana. In the evening, bobo, banku, kenke, and the rest. So at the end of the day, you realize that the body is full of carbohydrate, is full of starch. So when your body is full of starch like this, what will happen is that various organs of the body will be what? Will be deprived of oxygen, because there will be starch everywhere. The mucous membrane in you will break down. The mucous membrane will break down. It can no longer process the mucus anymore. So it will break down. So there's going to be influx of mucus everywhere. And when there is influx of mucus everywhere, there is deprivation of oxygen. And when there is deprivation of oxygen, there is cell erosion. The cells around your body will erode. And these living organisms which are already in your body, they will start manifesting themselves. So when you are taken to the hospital, then you will be diagnosed of, oh, you have so and so virus. Oh, you have so and so virus. Oh, you have so and so bacteria. You have syphilis. You have gonorrhea. You have pneumonia. You have asthma. You have glaucoma. You have cataract. Because the cells in and around your body are all dying. And remember, without a good cell, you can never and ever become a healthy person. You are very healthy, you are very strong because you have a good, your cells are receiving oxygen, your cells are receiving all the nutrients. Kindly share this video, like it, and follow subscribe to the channel for more. I hope you understand. So we have only one disease. This is why. So if you want to be free from all your diseases, you have two options. Either you stop taking carbohydrate entirely, or you bring it down. If it is 100%, bring it down to, let's say, 20%. Now somebody is going to say, doctor, when you come to Ghana here, when you come to Africa, most of our food, all our foods are all made of carbohydrates, all made of starch. How are we going to survive? What should we eat in place of the carbohydrate? The answer is very simple. You should eat more protein. Yes, because they want us to eat more carbohydrate and fall sick, so that when they build their hospitals, when they bring in their hospital, their medical, equipment, their medicines, their drugs, their pharmaceutical drugs, you will buy and they will get money. That is why they told us from day one that meat is bad. They told us from day one that salt is not good. They told us from day one that palm oil is not good. They told us from day one animal fat is not good, because when you eat too much of animal fat, or when you eat animal fat, it is going to block your arteries. It is going to give you heart problem. It is going to do that. It is going to do this. All lies. So they made us to understand that these are some certain things that is going to harm us. So immediately people stop eating meat. Immediately people stop, eating animal fat. Even those who eat meat, when they go to the butcher to buy meat, the moment the butcher try to give them animal, stop, take this thing out. It's not good. Doctors say it's not good. Meanwhile, that is what your brain need. Your brain need more fat in order to what? Give you electricity. You understand? So it is time. That is why God also gave us more vegetables, different varieties of vegetables, different varieties of our fruit, and He gave us animals to enjoy. Yes, He gave us meat, because when you go to the scriptures, both Bible and Quran, God has talked about meat. When you come to Quran, Surah Al-An'am, Muslims, if you are a Muslim, go to the Quran, open the Quran, open Quran chapter, I think Quran chapter 4, because Fatiha, Baqarah, Ali Imran, and then Baqarah, Ali Imran, and what have you, and what again? I think from Ali Imran you are going to Nisa, Surah An-Nisa, and I think from Surah An-Nisa then you go to Surah Al-An'am. So Quran chapter 5. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't have a Quran here. Yes, when you go to Quran chapter 5, and the entire Quran chapter 5 talks about meat. Talks about meat. I believe when you go to the Bible too, Bible have also touched something on meat. So if meat is bad for us, God will not waste his time to what? To talk about it in the Quran and in the Bible. I hope you understand. So let us all heal ourselves. Forget about whatever anybody is going to say. You need to take up your healing, your prevention into your own hands, your health into your own hands. Don't wait for any government to come and build hospitals for you. Any government that comes to power and concentrate on building hospitals, such a government is not a good government. Such a government doesn't have you at heart. Such a government wants you to always fall sick. And when you read their campaign messages, that is what they will say. When I come, I will build hospital this, I will build hospital that. Let us bring money to renovate hospitals. Instead of those people will concentrate on how people are going to prevent themselves, how people are going to eat good food so that they don't fall sick, because you are what you eat. Whatever you put here will determine your what? Your health. If you eat good food today, you are going to be healthy tomorrow. If you eat bad food today, you are going to be sick tomorrow. Thank you very much. This is Secrets of Health TV. My name still remains Dr. Aziz. If this is your first time seeing our video, subscribe, like, and leave your comment in the comment area. I'll see you in my next one. Have a nice day.